Microeconomics. Definition of microeconomics. According to Morais Dobb, microeconomics is in fact a microscopic study of the economy. According to Kenneth Boulding, microeconomics is a study of particular firm, particular households, individual prices, wages, income, individual industry, and particular commodity. Some points to remember. Point number 1. The word micro was first used by a Swedish economist Ragnar Fritzsch in the year 1933. Point number 2. The word micro is derived from the Greek word mikros, which means small. Point number 3. Microeconomics is a study of individual units. Example: the study of mobile phone is a macroeconomic study. Instead, study of specific phone, that is Samsung phone, is a microeconomic study. Features of microeconomics. Keywords are given above. Kindly refer the same. Point number 1. Study of individual units. Microeconomics studies individual units. These individual units may be individual household, individual prices, individual wages, individual commodities, anything, but it has to be an individual unit. In microeconomics, the behavior of individual consumers and producers is analyzed in detail. Microeconomics examines the tree, not the forest. Thus, microeconomics studies the behavior of individual economic unit. Point number 2. Slicing method. Microeconomics divides the entire economy into different parts, that is slices, and then the individual parts, or we can say slices, are studied in detail. Microeconomics splits the economy into small individual units and then studies each unit separately in detail. Thus it is said that microeconomics uses slicing method. Not cover national. Point number 3. Limited scope. Microeconomics studies individual units. The scope is restricted, or we can say it is limited. Nationwide problems are not considered in microeconomics. Only individual or particular problems are considered. As microeconomics deals with individualistic units, it does not cover national problems such as unemployment, inflation, deflation, poverty, balance of payment situation, economic growth, etc. Hence, its scope is narrow, or we can say it is limited. Point number 4. Partial equilibrium analysis. Microeconomics considers only the part of economy, neglects the interdependence of economic variables. It is based on the concept that is called ceteris paribus, means other things being equal. It isolates an individual unit from other forces and studies its equilibrium individually. Partial equilibrium analyzes equilibrium position of individual consumer, individual firm, individual industry, etc. It proceeds with the assumption that other things remaining the same and then tries to establish the relation between the two variables. Goods and factors. Point number 5. Price theory. Microeconomics deals with determination of price of goods and services as well as factors of production. Hence it is known as price theory. Theory that explains price determination of goods and factors of production is called as price theory. In microeconomics, prices of individual goods, services and factors of production like rent, wages, interest, profit, etc. are determined. Since in microeconomics factor pricing and commodity pricing play a central role, it is known as price theory. Point number 6. Based on assumptions. Microeconomics begins with the fundamental assumptions like ceteris paribus, perfect competition, pure capitalism, full employment, etc. Microeconomic analysis is based on partial equilibrium analysis, which isolates one individual unit from other forces and proceeds with the assumption other things remaining the same. Microeconomic analysis is also based on rationality assumption, which refers to the rational behavior of individual consumer or producer who can maximize their satisfaction or profit only when they behave rationally. Of resources. Point number 7. Analysis of resource allocation. Microeconomics studies each and everything in detail. So here, if each and everything is studied in detail, we can also find out what to produce, how much to produce, and where the product has to be sold. So we can say microeconomics helps us in optimum utilization of resources. Microeconomics deals with the allocation of resources among competing groups. It also deals with the problems of income distribution. Point number 8. Market structure analysis. Microeconomics analyzes different market structures such as perfect competition, monopoly, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, etc. Microeconomics examines different market structures and it outlines how price and quantities are determined in different markets. Number 9. Use of marginalism. The term marginalism means change brought in total by an additional unit. Marginal analysis helps to study a variable through the changes. Producer and consumer takes economic decision using this principle. Microeconomics uses marginalism principle as a tool of analysis. It helps to study a variable through the effect of minor changes. The law of diminishing marginal utility is based on marginalism principle.